This is down with Gary Edgley. Gary managed to get a game on today, full credit to ground staff. Ended up finishing Boston Town 3, Harborough 3.
Yeah, I mean, the ground staff, to be fair, brilliant to manage to get the game on. And the surface has been all right, really good. I was even surprised when we got to the ground, to be fair, to see how good a surface it was. So, yeah, great that we've got the game on. Disappointing performance, disappointing result. All credit to Harborough, they kept going, they kept coming, they never gave up all game. And they thoroughly deserved the point they got. But we were just... And I kind of felt it from the minute the lads here, and I tried to emphasise to them enough about, obviously, last game we played, great win, we all know that. But we needed to back that up today, and we haven't, and we've let ourselves down. They've let themselves down today, full stop.
We got to the first goal. Obviously, Becky got that one. It was a bit hard to describe without watching the video back, but he was on the floor and it sort of looped into the net, didn't it, from close range. Good to see him getting back on the score sheet.
Yeah, he was brilliant today. My man of the match today, Becky, absolutely phenomenal. Okay, maybe he should have got his hat-trick towards the end, a couple of minutes. That was an easier chance than the other two he's taken. But his second goal I thought was absolutely sublime. Very, very good goal. Led the line brilliantly. That's the best he's been for the last couple of weeks. Very good performance.
I mean, that second goal he scored was some good work by White to set it up, sort of, because he went in and goalkeeper was coming out like Superman with his fist. He's lucky he didn't lose his head, I think, to be honest. Obviously, ball squirmed out to Becky. He took it round the defender, edge area, and he slotted it home, basically. It's what he does, isn't it?
Yeah, he's took it, as I say, he's took the goal really, really well. Luke's done some, again, a little bit of tireless work to create him the chance. And as I say, at times I thought between the two of them, they linked up well. But we was, as I say, today, we was flat all game until the last 15 minutes. If we'd have played like that at the start of the game or at the start of the second half when we had a chance again to do that, then we'd win the game. But it's just honestly, it's really poor performance, and I'm disappointed with them today. Really disappointed.
And obviously, second goal, Fraser Bailey got that one. Some good work by himself down left. He cut in with it and scored a typical Fraser Bailey goal, really, didn't he?
Yeah, and again, he should have had two. He's had another chance as well. Should have took his shot earlier. Didn't. Got smothered. So yeah, it's. I'm just honestly, Matt, just really flat with it because I say I'm disappointed with them today. If we get beat and we get beat by a team that's absolutely bopped us off the park, and that's fair enough. If we got beat by amazing goals, that's fair enough. We've given 2 goals today. The third goal is just not a good goal to concede. And when the players let themselves down, I feel like they've let me down, and then I feel like we've let the club down. And the supporters that's come here today, it's quite a few people that's turned up here today, and I feel we've let them down today.
One positive must be fair that Robert Radican's finally got on pitch after his long absence. I know he was on bench of a week, but you've given him 10 or 15 minutes today. It's good to see him back on pitch. Yeah,
no, Rob's a good lad, as I say. He's obviously still a long way away from probably where he needs to be, and he's going to be ready, I suppose, in another few weeks' time. Also, as well, Laurie back on the bench again today after his absence, so that's good that both of those two guys have come back in. West has made his debut, not really played in the areas we wanted him to play at the start, but we've had to have a little bit of a shuffle at the start of the game, so that's a little bit disappointing. But he did well later on in the game when we put him in the areas when I feel where he can play in those midfield areas. But we're definitely going to shake things up for Tuesday because, as I say, I'm not prepared to ball with performances like that, and my players shouldn't ball with it either.
I mean, obviously you've got Shepshed on Tuesday and then Rugby away, both tough games they're going to be. Do you think motivation for getting in final team in the Lynx trophy should be a bit of an incentive for some of the lads?
It should be any incentive, but in all fairness, mate, we're in the top 10 in a very competitive and very good league, and okay, we motivate these players, we try and get these players up for every game, and they should do. But as I say, today is just it's a tough day. I didn't feel it the whole game. Right from the minute they was here, from the last 15 minutes, I say, was good. The rest of the game was bits and pieces, half-hearted challenges, half-hearted headers, and that's not us. We like to come and try and get in everybody's faces, work hard, be quick, move the ball very quickly, and none of that was there today. And that's, as I say, it's it's not good. If we turn up like that, in no disrespect to Harborough, as I say, but if we turn up to Shepshed like that, or we turn up to Rugby like that, I tell you what, they'll put 5 or 6 by us, and it'll be an easy game for them.
One last thing, before the game today, there was a minute's applause for young Tom Allen, Boston United supporter. Everyone seems to know him. It was a great touch by the club to do that.
No, again, we've got a lot of lads that play for me that know him, and it's so tragic. Any death is bad, but somebody of that age, circumstances that surrounded it, it's not nice. And obviously, the lad was very well known in the Boston area. Personally, from my own personal part, I didn't really know the guy. I know there's a lot of the Boston United supporters that obviously that know him. He was there for most games, from what I'm led to believe. But as I say, we spoke to a few of the lads as soon as I knew that a lot of them had known him, and the impact that I've seen on social media about people obviously talking about him. I just thought it was quite fitting for us to be able to do that. I'm sure Boston United, obviously, if they'd have had their game on today, they'd have done exactly the same thing, and hopefully, obviously, their next game they will do anyway. But it's not nice, and I suppose things like that, when they happen, makes you probably appreciate other things. I mean, I've got my own family, wife, 2 children, and at times you see things like this that happen. Tragic accident in Skegness last week, where a father and his young daughter gone out for a driving lesson and never come back home. I mean, these things put things into perspective in terms of that football at times doesn't really matter. Things like that, when you're losing family members and you're losing people close to you, it's horrible, and I feel for these people.
Right, Guy, thanks for talking to us, and good luck in your next few games.
No worries, Des. Thanks for all the best.